Hi! Today I'm going to show you how to use Flash to store small bits of data on the user's computer. First we're going to start by putting a text box in our field. We're going to need to make this an input text, and we're also going to have to put a variable name to it, but first we have to draw it on the field first. I'm going to just drag it in and put a variable on it. I'm gonna call it inputting, I'm sorry, and I'm gonna put a border on it so that we can find it when we publish it. I'm gonna go grab the text box again and draw another text box. This time a dynamic text box. There we go. Just about the same size. This really doesn't matter, but it just demonstrates the power of the cookie. I'm gonna make sure the border is on, and we're gonna put the variable in for loads, because it's going to load our variable. Just gonna align it here a little bit. Okay. Now I'm gonna make a button so that we would have something to click. Just gonna do it real quick here. Going to put some colors in there, so I need to make them separate frames. Okay, and I'm gonna make a new layer and type save on top of it so that I know what the button does. Going to change it back to static text. And align it in place with my keyboard. Okay, gonna come back out and going to make a new button again for the loading. Just gonna do it real quick. Don't forget to try to name everything that you put in your library, just so that you know what it is, no matter how small your project is. It's just better to get into the habit of it. Okay, oops, forgot to put load on top of it. There we go, perfectly centered. I'm gonna align it in between that. And there we go. Trying to make it look a little bit better. And now I'm gonna double check the variables. Gonna give these guys a tag also, because I like to keep my script in one place. I don't like putting them on a certain movie clips, so I just keep track of them on my first frame usually. So I need to give them a name so that I can track them down on my main stage. and I'm going to make a new layer and call it actions, and that is where I'm going to write all my script. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead of myself and explain the shared object tag. The shared object, it creates a cookie. Well, it actually creates and gathers the cookie and reads it all at the same time. You can bring it in and use it with different applications, but just as long as they all have the same name. Make sure that you have the capitalization correct on it. The get local function, that is when you can put the name of the cookie. This cookie can be named anything, and the great thing about this, the only thing that can read it is a Flash application. So this is great for putting in data for a small game, or well, actually any game. Kind of mandatory to use this if you don't want it to be server side. I'm just gonna use a simple example of displaying what I've inputted. You can just have it, you can ask for current frames or position of an object. So like, let's say a character, if you're making a small game with a character, you can get its X and Y position and remember where it is for when the player comes back to the game. It's, it can also keep your high scores and anything like that. For your loading, make sure that your get local is directed to the same file. Make sure it has the same uppercase, lowercase. That all matters. And try not to use symbols. Sorry, I forgot what I named my loading. I'm sorry, loads. Okay, we are done. I'm just gonna test it out for you and show you how this works. Alright, Control Enter. We're gonna type in a little text and we're gonna save it, and then we're gonna load it. Now, nothing special, right? We're gonna do this again. Type in a different text, save that, then load it again, right? Still nothing. And we're going to bring it back up, and we're just going to press load, and it remembers what we've written from the previous one. And that's pretty much it. That is all. It's very simple, but very useful, and it can just make your games or videos set apart from like a lot of mediocre stuff. So thanks for watching, and message me if you need any help. Thanks.